Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the City Administrator here in St. Peter. And I had promised I would do a State of the City before the end of the year, so I'm just meeting that promise. Today is December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. It's about 10:30 in the morning, give or take just a little bit. And since we didn't have a workshop last night on the 30th, on Monday the 30th, and our next workshop is on January 6th, and then council meeting on the 13th. Well, this State of the City is meant, a lot of people do resolutions, so maybe this is kind of a resolution episode of State of the City. Again, I do want to mention that for those of you that are looking for council meetings are coming up. We'll have a workshop on January 6th, and then council meeting, regular business council meeting on January 13th. That'll be a really fun meeting. It's always kind of celebratory, it's festive, it's exciting. We have 3 new members technically that are going to be sworn in, and really the first meeting for the entire new city council that will be on board for the next couple of years. So those are always exciting meetings. So watch for that, whether it's here on YouTube or our Facebook page or wherever you catch that. Love to have you watch that or come in person. It's a fun meeting, and there's always interesting stuff going on. But back to my point, which is that this episode of State of the City is probably more about resolutions for the new year. Some people do resolutions, some people don't. I kind of don't exactly do resolutions, but I always have a few things that I'm trying to work on. And one of those is one that, Gal, I hope you'll share with me. I hope that you will continue to improve your recycling if you need improvement on recycling, and you'd use food waste composting. So let me share some information. St. Peter has food waste composting, and if one of your resolutions in your household is to do better by way of the environment, this is a really easy and big thing that you can do. And so food waste composting program is available in St. Peter. And this is a graphic that was actually put together by our friends at Trinity Lutheran Church. I came and spoke to them a few months back to talk about food waste composting. And so we have opportunity for that. And under this, I'm going to put a link where you can email Sally Vogel, our finance director, and get on the list so you can get the code to access food waste composting. I also have a link on our website, but this shows some of the things that you can put in food waste composting, and 10 to 15 to 20+% of the waste that we see in our recycling or our garbage containers is able to be food waste composted. So again, take a look at this, and if you're looking for something to do in the 2020 year, this is a great way to help yourself, help save money for the community overall, and improve the environment. It's too bad some of this stuff gets in the landfill when it could be used for a better, higher purpose. So anyway, food waste composting is a great one. Recycling, I mentioned recycling, so here's some information that I've shown before on recycling. Again, I'll put a link underneath this for recycling, but I've been promised to give a tip every time. So here's my recycling tip, and this is one where at the Prafke house we've kind of botched it up and we're trying to do better. I don't know if you recognize this, but this is like a trash can liner. And so at our house, in our island in the kitchen, we have this drawer that pulls out, and in it is the garbage can, but also kind of what we call the recycling can. And I always have one of these in the recycling can, and then the cans and cardboard and other things kind of go in it. And then in the olden days, I would pull this out of the can and go take it and put it in the Kirby. This is not recyclable in that process. It is recyclable, but not in that process. Because what happens in the process that we use and just about all the communities in our area use when it goes to DEMCON in the Twin Cities for sorting and recycling is that these things don't end up getting recycled, and they end up causing problems in the processing because they blow around and they get entangled around equipment and other things, and it causes problems. So although these are recyclable, they are not recyclable within our system today. And so if you have one of these that's maybe smaller from like the grocery store or wherever, take those back. They have cans at those locations where you can take those grocery bags that are like this back, and then they recycle them separately. They go to a different location and are recycled separately and made into lawn chairs and all kinds of other things. So that's my recycling tip for the day. So let me keep moving on to resolutions. One other resolutions, if you're looking to save money and help the environment, is transferring or moving over to LED lighting. We work with the folks at Aeroace Hardware on rebates for LED lighting, and so now's a great time of year to do that. You can get an LED bulb, well, actually multiple bulbs, for like $1 at Aeroace. So that's cheaper than the incandescent lights, and it saves you energy, and they last longer. You don't have to change them out as much. This is a kind of, frankly, a no-brainer to help the environment, help yourself, and save some money. And not only this, but we have all kinds of energy-saving rebates and other things. So you can go to SaveEnergyInSt.Peter.com and look at all the electric rebates that we have. So save yourself some money, help the environment, light up your life, be bright. This is one of the ways that you can do it. That's number 2 on my list for maybe resolutions for the new year. The next one relates to some of this stuff, and that's our Green Steps program. If you haven't heard about that, listen, watch in the future. We'll be talking about a lot more, but this is a way that the city kind of makes sure to document, measure, and promote its internal energy savings, environmental sustainability efforts. And there are so many ways that we're doing this, and we're hoping we're going to go from being a non-participant to a step 3 within 1 year. And so one of the things that you see that contributes to this substantially, or maybe you haven't noticed, but is the LED street lighting that we have in St. Peter. So anyway, we want to promote Green Steps and all the activities that are going on, so watch more for that. That's my number 3 resolution. My number 4 resolution for you is participate in Census. We have a complete count committee within the city of St. Peter that's going to help get the word out about Census. And for every person that is not counted, your community is going to lose out on about $15,000 in funding from the government. When we're not counted, we don't get those resources. There are so many things that are determined based on population. So when you get that information, please fill it out and count everyone. And if you need help, let us know. We have a complete count committee that'll try and get the word out. We'd love to have you counted as a part of the census. We are near that 12,000 mark. And not only does it help our community, but as far as representation, Minnesota's on the edge of losing a congressional seat to some other growing state. And so we want to make sure that we keep those congressional seats so that your voice gets heard in Washington, D.C. So some great reasons to participate in the census. Another one is if you want to find out more about city happenings, there are bunches of ways to do it, but one great way is to subscribe to the hot sheet. Again, I'll put a link underneath here to where you can click and send an email, and we'll get you on the hot sheet, which is a weekly email newsletter that comes out from the city. You can check us out on Facebook. You can listen to us tweet. We tweet. We do all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know more about the city, that's a great way to find out more about it. One other way to find out more about the city and participate in the city is by volunteering for a board or commission. Here's what we call a talent card, and you can see on there the boards and commissions that we have. So if you're interested in volunteering a little bit of time and helping shape our community, these are great ways to participate in all of these decisions that go on within the city of St. Peter. So we'd love to have you participate. There's a form online on our website, but you can call and we can send you this kind of postcard thing that you send back to us too. Love to have you participate. We need new members. We have some vacancies in some of these, so we'd love to hear from you if you have interest. Another tip is to think about what you're doing for housing, your housing situation. And Traverse Green, do you hate paying rent? Do you want to build up some equity? Traverse Green is a great way to do that, and there's the email address that you can, the website that you can check out to learn more about affordable housing in St. Peter, or give us a call. We would love to hear from you. You can call us here at this phone number, 934-0661, and we can give you some fantastic information about how you might be able to stop paying rent and get into a house in Traverse Green. We'd love to help you out with that. We also want to mention Rivers Edge Hospital. They do so much great work. There was just a great thing on the news last night, Channel 12 News, about the new robot that they have that they're using, Dr. Kyle's using. And so cutting edge technology here at Rivers Edge and best care anywhere with all the new improvements that are going on out there. Golly, if you need health care, if you're in an emergency, if you need urgent care, this is a great place for you to go to get service close to home. wonderful opportunity for our community and very important for us. I also have to put out here, of course, my usual stuff, which is this is how you contact us. You can email us or check out our website or Facebook, or here's how you call us, or if you want to follow us, here's our handle on Twitter or YouTube. We have council meetings and school board meetings and county commissioner meetings and lots of other things, including this video, on our YouTube channel. So we'd love for you to check that out. And also want to mention Happy New Year to you. So if I didn't say that earlier, Happy New Year to you. We appreciate you being part of our community, and we're really hoping that you'll have a healthy and happy and prosperous 2020. So with that, I'm going to stop. Thanks again. Have a great 2020. See you in the new year.